problems. That guy, he just has to touch you once.
Shit's going down.
He's so different than anybody else in the division. Like, he knocks everybody out. Everybody hits hard. They all hit hard.
He
But
putting
that
shit
fucking
down.
dude hits hard.
That Jake Paul can come 15-20% in regards to Anthony Joshua. He's a completely different specimen. You'll see what it looks like when they stand next to each other.
If Jake Paul thinks he's seen danger before, he hasn't even stepped into the storm that's coming. Joe Rogan has unleashed a jaw-dropping reaction to Anthony Joshua's shocking new training regimen for the rumored Jake Paul showdown, and his words hit like a knockout punch. After reviewing leaked footage of Joshua ripping through explosive combinations, smashing pads with heavyweight power, and grinding alongside elite world-class trainers, Rogan didn't hold back. He called AJ flat-out terrifying. According to him, Jake Paul may have finally barked up a tree he can't talk his way out of, hype his way around, or influencer box his way past. Rogan believes Joshua's current form is the most dangerous it has been in years. Sharper eyes, faster reactions, colder intentions, and a mean streak that screams demolition. And if Jake truly has the courage to step into that ring, Rogan warns this fight won't be competitive. It'll be violent, short, and brutally decisive the moment Joshua lets his hands go. The Jake Paul vs. Anthony Joshua showdown is officially set to be a fully sanctioned professional heavyweight clash, fought under strict Marquis of Queensberry rules, making it far more than a spectacle. It's a legitimate career-defining test. The bout is scheduled for 8 intense rounds, each 3 minutes of pure pressure, with both men required to wear 10-ounce gloves, eliminating excuses and forcing real skill to speak. But the biggest twist is the weight restriction. Anthony Joshua must come in at 245 pounds or under, a deliberate cap designed to level the playing field and prevent any claims of unfair size advantage. Every punch, every mistake, and every moment counts because the result will be stamped permanently on both fighters' official professional records. No YouTube shortcuts, no special rules. This fight is as real, unforgiving, and high stakes as boxing gets.
Professional bout. This is going on people's records. AJ got to take him serious because this isn't some exhibition. We're running out some judges to act like there's a decision and someone won. No, someone's going to win, someone's going to lose here. It's 8 rounds, 3-minute rounds. Again, heavyweight, pro bout, 10-ounce gloves. AJ talking about breaking internets over faces. I think he meant to say breaking his face on the internet. Who knows? Maybe you can do both in the big 2025. But then you have the weight limit, 245 pounds, and people are automatically going to go, oh, God, here's the thing. Oh, here's the thing in the contract. No, stop all that. And I'm going to go on a rant in a second for all the people that thought this was fake, for all the people that thought that Jake wouldn't do this, for all the people that thought he was scared. I'm going to go on that rant in a second. But, okay, yes, 245 is a weird number because Jake has already fought at heavyweight. He fought Mike Tyson at 220-something. But, again, I understand it a little bit. We're on short notice here. You don't want to have a Tyson Fury type situation, which AJ would never be 290 coming in here. But 260, 270, it starts to get out of the realm of possibility of, like, what are we doing here? Even though heavyweight has no limit, I get it.
Nakisa Bidarian, the CEO of Most Valuable Promotions and the driving force behind Jake Paul's rise, told Sky Sports that the December 19th showdown with Anthony Joshua isn't just another boxing match. It's a full-scale global event unlike anything MVP has ever pushed. He acknowledged that Joshua brings a mountain of elite experience, but insisted that Jake Paul's wild, unshakable, almost delusional level of self-belief could become the true X-factor that flips this entire fight on its head. Bidarian revealed that their team moved at lightning speed to lock this matchup in, compressing negotiations, strategy, and logistics into an incredibly short window because they knew the opportunity was too massive to hesitate on. He confirmed that strict weight limits and official pro-fight conditions were set in place to guarantee a genuinely competitive, high-stakes battle, not a circus. Bidarian also argued that this fight is far less lopsided than Joshua's previous bout with Francis Ngannou, pointing out that while Ngannou was a physical monster, he didn't have real boxing seasoning. In contrast, Jake Paul has evolved rapidly, developing sharper skills, stronger fundamentals, and real ring maturity, making this clash with Joshua more intriguing and far more dangerous, than critics want to admit.
The weight, will there be a limit for Joshua?
So there's a lot of discussion around the weight. Joshua fought Usyk twice. Both of those times, Usyk was 221 pounds. Joshua was 240 to 245. When Jake fought Mike Tyson last year, 227 pounds. I expect Jake will come in anywhere between 225 and 230, and Anthony Joshua has a weight limit of 245 pounds.
There will be those, as you're aware, that will look at it and criticise this fight. There already have been, haven't there? They'll say it's a real mismatch. What would you say to them? Are we going to be watching sport at its purest?
I would say it's much less of a mismatch than what you saw with AJ and Francis Ngannou, who a massive man, but relatively no boxing experience. I would say it's much less of a mismatch than AJ's 9th or 10th fight against guys who've been knocked out 20 to 25 times. Given AJ's pedigree, Jake is built for this. Jake is built for the big moments. So do I think it's dangerous for Jake Paul? Absolutely. Do I think it's also dangerous for Anthony Joshua? 100%.
According to a growing lineup of fight analysts, Jake Paul is flirting with disaster by agreeing to face Anthony Joshua inside a professional boxing ring. Former cruiserweight world champion Lawrence Okolie has been one of the loudest voices of concern, warning that Joshua's massive size, crushing power, and heavyweight explosiveness turn this matchup into a genuine health risk for Paul. Okolie stressed that AJ isn't just bigger, he's stronger, smarter, and trained to end fights violently. At the same time, two-time world champion David Benavidez didn't bother sugarcoating anything either, stating flat out that Jake is walking straight into a trap set by a man who has lived at boxing's highest level for over a decade. Benavidez argued that Joshua's elite experience, championship pedigree, and finishing instinct make this a fight where one mistake could cost Paul far more than just a loss on his record.
I give 100% respect to Jake Paul, but that's a dangerous fight for him. He probably gets knocked out, and I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not saying nothing bad, but Anthony Joshua is Anthony Joshua. You know, he's multiple-time champion, Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? The last time somebody stepped in the ring with him that didn't have that much boxing experience was Ngannou, and you've seen what happened to him. Yeah. But big respects to Jake Paul. It's gonna be a good card. You know what I mean? It's a big fight. And so good fight, man. I give 100% respect to Jake Paul for even taking that fight.
The Ring 4, November 22nd. Watch only on DAZN.
Carl Froch has openly blasted Anthony Joshua's decision to accept the Jake Paul fight, claiming AJ is basically cashing out at this stage of his career, and he's not shy about questioning the motivation behind it. Froch believes Joshua, a man who has already made generational wealth and climbed boxing's highest peaks, no longer seems driven by legacy or by proving himself against elite contenders. Instead, Froch argues that Joshua appears far more interested in securing massive paydays with minimal risk, and a crossover spectacle with Jake Paul fits that blueprint perfectly. With his financial future locked in and his championship days behind him, Froch suggests Joshua is choosing the smoothest, safest, and most lucrative lane available rather than chasing legacy-defining battles. To him, this matchup isn't about competition. It's about cash, attention, and convenience. And while Froch doesn't blame Joshua for taking the money, he insists fans shouldn't pretend this is some noble pursuit of greatness.
What else have we got to consider? Is AJ cashing out? Well, I did say a year ago when he got splattered by Daniel Dubois that he's finished now. He won't get that confidence back. He's not had any confidence, in his head. No belief for a long time. I don't think he can get back to world level. There's a couple of new young guns now coming up and coming through. It's like a changing of the guard. And when Usyk retires, I don't know what Daniel Dubois is going to do next, but what Daniel Dubois did to him, then he went on and lost to Usyk. But there's a few new heavyweights coming through, Moses Atalma, just to mention one. And you wouldn't start putting AJ in with any of these young up-and-comers that can punch hard, because I just don't think he's got the chance, because the ambition and the desire is going to be gone. So AJ most definitely is cashing out, and you can't fault him. Fair play to him. He's going to get a massive payday, maximise his exit route by fighting fake Paul.
Many boxing analysts believe Jake Paul has a puncher's chance against Anthony Joshua, and it's that unpredictable danger that has added fuel to this wild matchup. Fans claim Paul's knockout power is real, pointing to the clean shots he's landed throughout his career, and even Tyson Fury has hinted that a perfectly timed bomb from Jake could shut Joshua's lights out. But the deeper conversation goes far beyond power. It's about psychology, pressure, and legacy. Experts argue that every ounce of pressure sits squarely on Joshua's shoulders. If Jake even lands one meaningful shot, AJ's reputation gets dragged into the spotlight, and if the fight becomes competitive, critics will unleash chaos. Joshua's inactivity over the last 2 years, combined with Jake's rapid rise and constant fighting schedule, has only made the narrative more complicated. With a huge age gap, a massive size difference, and wildly contrasting resumes, this fight has become one of the most bizarre but intriguing matchups in modern boxing. Some say AJ is chasing money, others say Jake is chasing immortality. Some call it a mismatch, others call it a trap. And now, with both men officially locked in, one question remains. Is Anthony Joshua making a smart business move, or is he gambling with the very legacy he spent a decade building? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who wins this insane showdown? And before you go, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video to keep the boxing breakdowns coming.